Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, or whenever the hell you're listening to this podcast. Yes, we're back, the Kramer Jackman Show, back here on, of course, the Denver Nightwings YouTube page. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're just get those bad boys up because we are the reigning media guys, the media champions, if I'd say. We're also more importantly, we're the SFL champions. But we're the media champions too because everybody loves us and enjoys us. I'm Kramer Jackman. Today I'm joined by the newest member of the Denver Nightwings, and he is going to bring so much impact to that defensive side and already to a great, exceptional defense like Denver. But we're adding in Ayden Davis. Ayden is joining me. We have the J Train himself, the guy who runs over every single person in the SFL. He's also gets snubbed a lot on a lot of trophies and awards, which I'm not a big fan of. But hey, that's not me to say; it's the other people. But we also have Vega as well. There's nothing you got to say to this. This is the reason why we're the champions. This man right here. I know it's one of the very few many times I actually give him a nice shout out for Jeremy Vega, but he deserves it now. He finally does, but maybe next time he's on here, maybe not. Guys, how you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm doing great. Kramer, it's good to be back on the show.
Well, it's good to have the show back.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm happy I got an introduction.
Yeah, it's nice to be on my third official podcast ever.
Hey, that's good. I know we were trying to get it. I know it was like a while ago. A rookie
yeah,
podcast,
you were trying to
and I just got
get me in that rookie
so
podcast.
Much, yeah, but it's all good. I'm glad we actually have you on the team now, so it's even better.
Yeah,
so
of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, first question for all you guys: what you drinking tonight?
Dr. Pepper.
Coors Light over here. You know us.
The tears of all the opponents we beat in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
I'll let you know I'm right here, Jeremy.
I'm sorry, Ayden.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. To be honest. Oh, that's.
I actually did too. That's pretty funny.
That's perfect. Oh man, the voice crack as well. I'm drinking.
Jeremy, how do Ayden's tears taste? Are they salty?
Of course they're salty. What do you expect?
All right, so it's no question we're the SFL champions, and we've, of course, acquired great talent so far through the off-season period. We're already heading to the draft. Ayden, you're one of the people that we've acquired. What brought you to Denver?
Well, firstly, I don't think that this... well, it was towards the end, like the ending of the season, and Houston was 2-5. And we had to face Chicago, Alaska, and forgot that other team. I forgot. But yeah, and I was contacted because I was considering entering free agency. And I'm gonna come truthfully. I actually contacted Queen City first, and they wanted before, like, way back. If I wasn't drafted by Houston, I would rather be with Queen City, which. It's Buffalo, and like Buffalo's a weird, cold city in New York or whatever.
Right.
And they actually because they have, I think they would have great team culture or whatever. And then I think what happened was that I was contacted by Jeremy, and then I think it got my interest propelled into joining Denver. And plus, it was just the right timing that all of a sudden, we're going to Denver for Thanksgiving. And it's like, maybe that might connect into it somehow. And then, of course, I was originally going to sign or go to Queen City. But then I kind of changed my mind because I figured that Denver would be a great place to go. I was a bit worried that people would think I would pull a Kevin Durant and leave from he had a 3-1 lead. He choked it to to the best team, Golden State, that eventually lost a 3-1 lead. And I thought that people would start comparing me to KD and would call it a snake move, and then I told that to Jeremy, and Jeremy was like, nah man, that's cool. And then it's oh, that's neat. And then I think that kind of brought me to Denver. And in retrospect, Denver is a pretty cool place cold. I'm good place.
Or both.
Yeah, both.
It can be cold too. No,
Yeah, and like Denver is actually a pretty cool city. Like I liked going to downtown. It was cold as fuck though, but that was during the
Traffic's terrible.
snowstorm. Yeah, traffic's terrible, but I took the tram or train or whatever from
Light
like
rail.
the light rail, and I had like, and it was actually cool because like I went to the Nuggets game, which I told y'all about it, and I have pictures of it. Like only 2 pictures of it though, and it was like on my where I was sitting or whatever. I didn't actually take like a whole lot of pictures, but I actually did get souvenirs and all that. And
So you bought into Denver.
well,
That's-
yeah, I think
yeah,
I've bought
might as
into
well.
Denver Mania.
The real question is, will you buy our merchandise, the championship T-shirt? I mean, I know you weren't a part of it, but would you at least? No,
I mean, I would love to,
Hey,
but
well,
I
let's
don't
wait-
think I can.
Let's wait till whenever the store opens. I don't know when that's ever gonna happen, Jeremy. Jeremy.
Yeah.
Well, but no, we're happy to have you in Denver, and we were. It was
Very
one of those-
happy.
It was one of those
Of
things.
course.
I was like, I messaged Jeremy. I was like, hey, let's see what Ayden's doing, and I reached out to you, and you're like, I'm leaning one way, but I'll let you know. And I'm like, okay, I'll just keep you posted. And, we just kept. I mean, every once. I think I got back to you in a week, and it's like, how's it going? Then you were like, I'm making my announcement here soon. I'm like, okay, fingers crossed. Boom, we got you, and everything's history now. You're part of the Denver Nightwings.
Yeah.
yeah, buddy.
Alrighty, so going into this off season after as champions, it's a shortened off season for us, like last year, because it seemed like everything went by so quick. Because 'cause we were both back to back in championship games. This time we won, and we're not gonna keep losing these damn games. We're gonna keep going to the championship and winning. What have you guys been doing this past off season in the SFL, like during that short amount of time? Besides Ayden getting signed, like what have you guys been looking at in the SFL, if anything?
Let's see. Arizona just randomly getting like mostly everyone around the league. Like they got
Oh yeah, they got a crap ton of
several.
people.
Yeah, they got AJ. And they got several Houston players, and so I love joking that in the third overall pick they're gonna draft someone from Houston. They're gonna draft DR Sim.
Yeah, that'd be funny as hell.
And of course you have the forgot his name already. The current owner of the Scorpions, Eddie Gage. Yeah, Eddie Gage.
Good old Eddie. He
Yeah,
actually owns
Eddie.
my rights, to be honest. Jeremy, I'm sorry. He owns my rights because I missed the field. Was it that game? Yeah, that was the game I missed the field goal. It's Houston.
That
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Gosh, dang it. Yeah,
I know.
I should be in Arizona right now. But it's,
Well,
it's all good.
we're so glad you're not.
That hurts, man.
Oof.
That's not my
Sucks.
fault. It's not my fault the wind was blowing in and freaking pajamas Lossman had the laces in.
Hey,
He's
don't
fired.
pin that on pajamas, okay? Pajamas has never done anything wrong in his entire life, Kramer. You got to take ownership.
Right.
You're still the best kicker in the league.
Oh, I know this. I don't know why people. I don't know why people
Hands
like me. I really don't know why.
I don't know either, man. You're not that great.
Exactly.
down. Yeah, you're all right. You know, you're all right.
I think it's all because of this podcast. To be honest.
Nah, you're the best. Best kicker. Best person.
Best podcast host.
Yeah.
Oh no, Ashley's pretty good.
Ashley's great. I know she is, but since you're on my team, I have bias, and you're my boy, so I'm gonna call you.
That makes sense.
So, to answer your question, what I've been watching around the league is some of these free agents and how they've been moving.
There's a lot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Gabriel Manning, San Francisco legend, going to St. London.
London on the 150 million.
Oh my
contract.
god.
Reggie Streeter went to New Orleans.
Yeah, that's actually that's a great pickup for New Orleans.
Is he gonna be buffed? Like, is he gonna
Indeed.
not be tremendously good this year?
I think. I mean, yeah. I mean, the halfbacks are gonna be interesting this season because of the new rules. But I can tell you one person who's never affected by the rules because they're always just so damn good, and that's Jarrod McChesney.
You know what? I could see
Yeah,
that. It's very
when
true.
they brought it, he's not lying. I think when they like changed the rules, I think before this season because of all the crazy like halfback explosion seasons, like we didn't even have to alter my build at all, right, Jeremy? Like we didn't have to change anything.
Yeah, we didn't change anything. I mean, we considered adding 20 pounds to you, but we were just like, you know what, you're just still so dominant. And then this season, they adjusted heights and weights because halfbacks were a little unrealistic, and we made some more changes to the halfback archetype. But again, Jarrod was unaffected because we made his play realistic, and he's just.
A tank.
I mean, he's the best, but it's unfortunate that people feel the need to not vote him for the Pro Bowl, and it's unfortunate. And yes, I'm going to call out league staff that feel the need to not, at least consider him an MVP caliber player.
Yeah, well,
For some
we
players,
we all know
like,
why that is, and it's all good. It's just because I'm not super active in the chats. So I think like if you're not super popular and a lot of people around the league just don't know about you, you're just not going to get voted into the Pro Bowl or considered for certain awards, which I don't necessarily agree with, but I also understand it, and it's whatever.
I mean, I honestly don't like how that goes. It shouldn't be like you get voted into the Pro Bowl simply because you're well known around the chat. It's
Right.
I don't think it's like a big. I mean, it's a big deal, but I mean, I don't take any offense to it. But it's like you have this really great player. Like, let's compare it like to you or whatever, Jarrod, and you're a great player. You have great stats, and I think, but like, let's say you're not. You say you're not really active compared to another halfback or whatever who's has like decent numbers, but like they're very
Right.
active in the chat, and then
Right.
like people are familiar with them and they vote them into the Pro Bowl, and then you remain
Right.
out. And
Right.
I just think that's ridiculous. I think with someone of your skill, you should be like Jeremy said, you should be in the Pro Bowl, or better yet, more of an MVP caliber candidate.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly agree with you, but I think the other big thing that kind of, in my opinion, doesn't get like taken into consideration enough is winning. Like, how much of your players' like statistics or contributions affected winning, and how valuable were you to your team, and what did you contribute to winning? I think that gets slept on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, all 12 Night Wings players should have been Pro Bowls because last time I checked, we won 13 games in a row, and our only loss was to the 3-time champions with 11 seconds left. And you don't really do that because of one star player. You do that because of 12 star players. So
Yeah.
all of them
Yeah.
should have been voted MVP, and all of them should be in the Pro Bowl. But
Well, I think
whatever.
like objectively speaking, me and Sawchuk were snubbed from the Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I know.
To like argue that
Mike,
point, Sawchuk should have been.
Yeah, I could agree with. I mean, I like you. Obviously, people probably are like, "Oh, Jeremy's just hyping up his friend," but it's like,
Right.
Jarrod is kind of
you're the
the
most
most
consistent
dominant
back.
halfback.
Well,
Yeah,
and what they
and-
don't
and-
know is like how active I am in our locker room.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, and then like the playoffs, dude. Like last season and this season, you outperformed Colin Hart, you outperformed Zach Sandlin, and Alaska didn't really have a running back. But then like this season, you outperform Warren Murray, you outperform AJ Francis, you outperform Zach Sandlin again. Like when the playoffs start, dude, you're like the most dominant halfback, like out of all the halfbacks that are in the playoffs. And like you have, I mean, you have great seasons every. It's weird, but Mike Sawchuk, man, like.
Agreed.
I mean, Mike Sawchuk, Jesus, dude,
God,
how
we're
do you
gonna miss
snub
him.
that guy?
Such a
him.
monster. Yeah, I am excited to see like Adam Wiseman kind of like take on a bigger role. in the defense and kind of like take over Mike Sawchuk's like.
Yeah, Adam Wiseman won't technically take the first linebacker spot, but he's going to be the first outside linebacker, and Adam's
Right.
definitely going to grow into his own, and he is going to be a force to be reckoned with. I can tell you that.
I can't wait to see his player develop because we love that man. He's such an awesome dude, and it's going to be dope to see him develop into like a super.
Just to get snubbed.
Well, hey, and the one last thing I'll say about the Pro Bowl snubs is, and no offense to junior, senior, but like I don't understand how he got in over Logan Peel, especially like based on Logan's second half of the season and what he did in the playoffs.
Apparently people don't want to look at that. We'll go stats. Apparently stats don't mean anything
True that,
to people.
dude.
Stats
apparently.
don't matter. Popularity does.
Yeah, they should just change it to the Popularity Bowl. I'd be cool with
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna push to have it changed, but you know, I've already mentioned it a few times, and I mean, personally speaking, every time I mention something, it gets just blatantly ignored by league staff. So, but I'm gonna keep trying, and I'm also not giving up on getting special team players an award for like special teams player of the year. I begged and begged for it all throughout season 13, and guess what? League staff ignored me. So, but I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm not giving up.
The Kramer Jackson Award.
Jackman, you want
Yes.
to stay on this team?
the first. Yeah, seriously. Whoa, hey, what the hell, man? Get it right. Let's take a step back. Let's say that one more time. If that was the case, they could name the Kicker of the Year award after you. And that would be pretty dope.
I mean, at some point, I'll hold the. If Cole Varner decides to leave at some point, at some point in my SFL career, I should at least lead the league in points. So, fingers crossed on that.
Yeah, I mean, Cole Varner will be around for quite some time.
Yeah.
So I mean, you just have to outlive him.
Outlive him and have more kicking attempts.
Of course. So how
Just
about
stick
that
with- just stick
draft
with the-
that's about to go on?
What about the draft?
So how about that draft?
Oh yeah.
What do you think about the new
How about it?
more than 3 rounds thing, or 60 picks in the entire?
I was a little salty.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I was salty we didn't
Go
get
ahead,
4
go
picks.
ahead, Kramer.
I was really salty we didn't get 4 picks. Some teams did, but I messaged you and I saw that. I was like, why does some team get 4? Because I mean, we have some open spots to where we could actually use them to draft people. And we'll just have to sign people after the draft, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
St.
have to
Louis is
sign
gonna
one
draft
guy
another
after the draft.
quarterback.
Yeah, St. Louis drafts quarterbacks every season, but
Like,
no,
why?
I mean, I'm excited for the draft. I'm excited to like Kramer Jackman's a general manager, and I'm excited to see the kind of personalities and talent that he brings to the team. Don't forget Kramer.
Real quick
eyes
note
on
on
people.
that. Kramer is such a good talent evaluator, so I'm really excited for him this offseason to go scoop up some good talent coming in.
I mean, all the guys we've signed. We signed, Ayden, Jacob. I mean, I think those are 2 talented guys coming in.
Dude, solid pickups, man. Like I was
Yeah.
kind of shocked when y'all told me we were bringing in Jacob. I mean,
Yeah.
that's an awesome pickup.
I didn't even think
Ayden too.
Jacob was gonna join Denver.
I
Yeah, I've been.
What did you offer him,
Talking to Jacob. I've been talking to Jacob for 2 seasons now, and I'm like, I was like, bro, dude, like, leave the Sharks, come play for Denver. You know, like, we're better
He was
than everywhere,
basically
and I don't
forced
care
to
about
leave the Sharks, right?
Yeah, I mean, all their players had to, but you know, he was looking at some other spots, but thankfully he signed with us because he's a great kid, and I'm excited to have him on the team, and we're gonna build up his player and teach him the Denver way, and he's gonna be a really good safety moving forward.
Denver,
Yeah.
This is the way.
Mile High Fever.
That Mile High Madness, boy.
One thing I didn't like about free agency, though, is one of our own decided to elect to go to free agency.
Oh man.
And
Who was it?
Going to the enemy of Alaska. Well, no, not even Alaska anymore. The Storm.
Florida.
Yeah.
Florida Storm.
Are they in Jacksonville, Fort Lauderdale, or like Orlando? Which part of Florida are they at?
I don't know,
I
Florida.
think they're just Florida. Yeah, they're Florida.
They're just Florida.
Yeah, they are. They're
State.
just in the skies over Florida, just in a little air blimp that's on a football gridiron, and it's just Florida. It flies over Florida.
Yeah, but good old.
I
I'm,
heard
I'm
they
with you though,
were.
Kramer. I think I said it in our chat. When we play Alaska, Florida, sorry, I am going to like deliberately seek out Nick Warner and truck him into oblivion.
You know what we
Yeah,
should do? We
that's
should
sad.
just troll him on our Snapchat group chat the entire time.
Oh yeah, we should. He's still in there.
He's still.
Hey, you know, we love.
We better be
Warner.
careful about that. He might be able to scoop up some intel on the going ons.
Or he's scooping us intel for us to come back
No.
next season. I mean,
Oh,
Warner did
Joking.
mention.
he did talk
you
about a
know, he
potential
wants-
return down the.
Yeah, he mentioned he wants, he's going to play for a while, and there may be a return down the road, which would be awesome. I mean, we retired his number. He deserved it. I'm super happy for him. I'm glad he landed in the right place. So, better than some of the other options he had.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be pretty dope to watch him play linebacker for those guys. It'll hurt, but it'll be dope.
I just don't want my kick. I just don't want to block my kick. I mean, it's rare my kick get blocked, but I mean,
No
Yeah.
way.
Has your kick ever been blocked? I'm not sure.
No.
Jeremy, do you?
That's never.
Never,
So
right?
you just
Yeah.
missed a field goal. You haven't
yeah, it was short.
have a block.
Ayden, he was on like
story of my life. It was
a
short.
historic run. He was.
Yeah, I know. He was on a historic run of no field goals.
Yeah, he made
missed.
like 70 in a row or some shit, and then I finally missed one in that game. And
Well, I mean, it's
We were all
postseason
pretty torn.
too. So I mean, it's like technically I'm perfect on the regular season.
you're
so-
right. Yeah, your regular
Yeah.
season
Streak
runs.
still alive, boys.
But
That's true.
I think that's the same with Cole. I don't think Cole's missed a regular season kick in 4 years.
Yeah,
It's like the playoffs. I don't understand it. I mean, it's the same exact engine, the same exact game. It's just I don't know.
Obviously, the playoff stats, but the regular season stats, not a thing. You made every single one.
Okay, I had a question in mind, and it completely just drifted away. We talked about
Oof.
Nick. Yeah, okay, no, wait, that was it. We talked about Nicholas Warner. That was it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's. I think we can probably go away from the SFL talk because I mean we're interesting people.
Yeah.
I was before we actually started this podcast. I was watching YouTube, and I was watching like the How It Made stuff, and I got very intrigued on how Cheez-Its were made. And like
Cheez-Its?
yeah, Cheez-Its. I don't know why. I just like it popped up in my timeline. I clicked on it. When you guys watch like food stuff, do you guys get hungry? Just like I want that right now.
yes, I'm a fat ass, so typically yes, and I love Cheez-It.
You're not a fat ass.
Huh?
Well, I am, and I want Cheez-Its.
You're fluffy. you're soft.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
a soft cushion.
I'll be nice to myself. I'm a bit fluffy.
That's
I'm sexy fluffy though,
There
so
you
it's
go.
all
There
good.
you go. You have beautiful hair. No homo.
Oh, thanks, Kramer.
Yeah, no problem.
No,
It's
have
it's
beautiful hair,
been
Kramer.
compared to Gabe Landeskog's hair, and that's just like the best compliment you could ever
Oh God, no, gosh.
have. Sore subject.
Nah, we'll pass on that.
Oh, I
No,
actually
got so
have-
hungry though. I was like, I just ate.
We'll get to the abs, Blues.
Go Blues, baby.
Go abs, go.
the Blues.
Oh, yeah.
Gross.
Wait, man, are you? Oh, wait. Trying to think. Are you a Dallas Stars fan?
Yeah.
God, that's funny.
Oh
That's
God,
great.
we both hate you.
Oh.
That's great. How's that goal that should have been a well, no, it shouldn't have been a call. How's that goal still treating you guys in Dallas?
Which goal are you referring to?
The one that isn't Bishop your guys' goalie?
Bishop and
don't say that name in this podcast.
Oh, he got
Bishop
drilled in the neck.
and Dubon. I think Dubon. Forgot how
He
to
put
pronounce his name.
He put Landeskog out for half the season last year, and I will forever hate Ben.
No, we drilled Bishop in the
Oh,
neck.
you're referring to the shot that like double overtime or whatever during the playoffs, right?
The one we drilled him in the neck and he was pretty much paralyzed on the ground.
Yeah, I'm not a bit salty on that anymore. I think he's doing okay. But
They
oh
did
boy,
they did Dallas did the hand pass, didn't they?
maybe I don't know. Honestly, though, that the playoffs where we met last season during your Stanley Cup run was
Yeah, baby. Play
it was
Gloria.
intense. Yeah, I actually like the song Gloria after
Oh, it's wonderful.
hearing it over.
I played
Like-
that. I played that when we won the SFL championship.
Yeah. I actually
Nice.
cheered for the Sharks during the Western Conference Finals, but when I saw Boston winning the Eastern Conference, I'm like, well, I don't know who to cheer for because these teams I don't want to cheer for. But like, I was like, well, maybe St. Louis should finally win a cup, and
Yeah, finally, it's taken us forever.
yeah, it took you over 40 years. Yeah, 40 years.
Honestly, this is really, really weird to say. I feel like I'm going to throw up in my mouth just saying it. But I was actually happy for the Blues.
Oh, we appreciate that.
Yeah, I was a bit happy for the Blues too, but
Fuck you,
Ugh.
McKinney, over in Colorado.
I just hope you guys can return the same feeling when the Avs win the cup.
will the Abs win in third overtime in the Western Conference Finals?
Oh god, dude, that game. Offsides, my ass, dude.
That Game 7 between Dallas and St. Louis was absolutely cancer for me as a Stars fan. Like, they got outshot as
I missed that one.
fuck. And Bishop just, like,
Outshot
carried
as
this
fuck.
team. And then, of course, Bishop just gave up, and the Blues went to face the Sharks. Wait, was it the Shark? Yeah, the Shark. No, not the Sharks.
We took on the Sharks.
Oh, the Sharks?
Yeah.
Oh,
because-
yeah, I
because
remember.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they
because the
beat,
Sharks beat my Avs in the Game 7 and advanced to the conference.
Yeah, because we had plans on trying to go to that game. Like we were trying to make plans. Like, hey, if this was like mid, like 3/4 of the season was gone. I think I messaged you guys saying, hey, you're trying to go to? Because I mean, it's cheaper
dude.
in Colorado than St. Louis.
Yeah. Dude, we were so looking forward to St. Louis, Colorado in that conference finals, and the universe didn't let it happen. But I really hope we can get a Blues Avs playoff series.
Yeah, I was actually in St. Louis during the Stanley Cup. Not like while they were playing, but like they were all the way in Boston. And I think the game they played was I was at the Cardinals game. So and like you had all
Go
these
Cardinals.
people in St. Louis wearing like the team was just like full on supporting the Blues and like you see people in like random like blue jerseys with the classic St. Louis note on there or whatever and you see like the huge screens or whatever that are like go Blues hometown support or whatever and honestly that was kind of a good feeling to see that like fellow like other teams in that city supporting each other especially during a championship.
Yeah, it's always like that for the St. Louis Cardinals and Blues when the Blues are
Yeah.
making it that far because we know how hard it is for the Blues to make it to the playoffs and actually succeed because, I mean, we were, dead last at the end of December last year.
Yeah, basically how many times has an underdog like in a major league came back from last place
From
and
that
then
deficit
end
like
up
that, the
coming
Blues
first.
are the first one.
Yeah, and then the Nationals did that as well.
Nah, the damn Nationals.
I'm still
Hey,
salty
is-
about it. I'm still
Is
salty about.
Tarasenko still out?
Yeah, no, he'll be out for another 4 months.
I'm so
4
salty
months?
about
What
Game
happened
7.
to him?
I think it's a lower body injury. I don't know. I
Freaking hockey Vegas injuries, lower body injury. He's out for 4 months.
yeah they
Like he
I-
stubbed his toe and he's being a bitch.
No, oh, hey, okay. No, it's like that's what I hate about hockey. They'll say either lower body, lower body, upper body, and that will be it. There will be nothing
Yeah.
like because I mean, say we watch like NFL games and like, oh, Tyreek Hill pulled his hamstring, he'll be out for the rest of this game, and who knows what. At least we know exactly what
Right.
it is. And like, I mean,
Right.
you don't know freaking in hockey at all.
Dude, you don't. And it's so weird because, like, for the Avs this year, like, they've been just, like, decimated with injuries. And it would be so weird. Like, Gabe was in the lineup, and he played a good game, and nothing happened to him. And then, like, 2 days later, after we found out Miko was going to be out an extended period of time, they're like, oh, Gabe's out indefinitely. What happened?
Okay.
We didn't see anything happen. Okay, yeah. They're like, lower body injury. We're like, oh, yeah, figures.
Do you want to know how we list the Nightwings injuries? the paper just says he ain't.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be there. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be in and out.
Imagine if the SFL were to actually this is like a thing. If someone gets hurt and they actually get hurt for like 8 weeks, like that would suck. But what if that actually
That
did
would just
happen?
be a huge waste of money,
That'd be,
especially if
yeah,
you're putting
dude,
it
it'd
in.
be crazy.
True.
Yeah,
Like-
they just couldn't do that.
They can't do that. I don't like. It would be such a big ripoff.
That's true.
It really would. Whoever got injured, like on top of like putting in all the work to their progression, paying for the season, and just wanting to be like a part and watch the games and watch their player, like that would be just a ripoff. So
Or-
like
or-
that could,
Yeah,
I have another
but
one too.
it doesn't exist. So thankfully, that isn't a real thing.
True. True.
it still sucks when somebody gets injured and has to miss like the rest of an entire game though.
Yeah.
Kind of like Harish when he went to went to the convention. His player got hurt like on the first play.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh,
That's funny.
I
I'd have
remember
been
that.
so bummed.
I would have been pissed. And also, what if there was actually like trades in the SFL? I mean, I know we're growing, so it's like
That-
it's not if I mean it'd be probably far fetched and like probably won't happen. But kind of like, what if there was like a person that's like, okay, I'm tired of this organization. I'm just saying hypothetically speaking. Say if it was like someone in San Jose, like I can't stand this. I want out of here. Like say if it was Jacob. Say if it was Jacob Gustafson. Or I can't pronounce it.
Gustafson? I don't know.
Gustafson.
I said it earlier.
Gus-
I said it
Gustafson.
correct earlier. Gustafson. I can't do it now.
Gustafson.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
tongue
Jacob.
twister.
Sorry, Jacob. If you're
Gustafson.
if you listen to this, I'm sorry. But it's like say he wanted to come, he wanted out, and then they would try to shop him around. I don't know like what type of value, what people would actually like give up. Would we have to like trade someone back? I mean, I'm
Wouldn't it be
guessing-
like if you wanted to do trades? Wouldn't it be have like similar values or whatever to their contracts?
True? I'd feel like they'd have to work something out that way. So it's
Yeah.
like say if it was
Oh.
I mean,
him for
of
Justin
course there's a-
Jones, I'm definitely not taking that deal. But it's like, you know what I mean? If that was-
you
if that
have
was
to
last season.
think about how people pay to be on that team as well. And of course, people like they don't pay to be on that team, of course, depending if you get drafted. But like if you sign with a team or whatever, and then like you really want to stay at that team, like I'm sure like you can't be traded without your permission, right? If that ever happens.
I would disagree. Like I think it'd be really interesting to see trades in the SFO, like both ways. Like if a player wants out, he can talk to his owner, his GM, and say, "Hey man, I don't want to play here anymore." And if he can find like a reasonable like trade partner and get something of equal value in return, I say like go for it. And vice versa, if the
Yeah.
owner's like, "Dude, you're really not fitting what we're doing here. Like we're gonna move you." Like I think you should be able to do that.
Because we're moving away to a business standpoint, so it's like
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I would
trades
say, I would
sound
say
good
that-
on
ahead.
paper and sounds good all that, but we don't know how it's actually gonna like fully impact the league.
right.
I would say that anything is going to be possible with this league. I mean, if we keep growing at this rate, I mean, in 3 years, which is 6 seasons, anything would be possible.
That's very true.
It's almost as if you want to keep an extra roster spot in every single team.
Possibilities are.
So it's like, say we have a total cap of, say, 17 players on a roster this year. Say it's like, okay, if you want to sign 16 people and have like a generic on your team, and you have like keep value to where like if you want to trade like say your first round draft pick for next season for that person, you can do that. If that makes sense. But as long as you have enough of like your saved up cap.
Right.
That's the only, that's the
Well,
only
I do
logical
it.
thing I can think.
I mean, like, think about this. Think about there's 42 spots on each team, right? Let's say in the future, all 42 spots are controlled by a real person. But now at this point,
Good God.
That would be
yeah, at this point in the
ridiculous.
league, they've installed injuries. They've installed more stamina, so there's a lot more substitution.
Okay.
And then they've also installed different like things off the field where you can still like backups can still progress their players every week and get better, so that if a spot opens up through substitution or injuries, they can come in and shine. And then maybe another player's like, hey, this guy's doing better than my starter. We'll trade the starter. Like you really never know what could happen in the
That'd be kind of
SFL.
cool.
That would be like batshit crazy, but it would be realistic and it would be pretty dope. Give a lot more people a chance to like.
All right, so let's move on to. I know I do this a little bit. I just want to do this with Ayden, but we're all participating. It's a kind of like a get to know you type person type well, because I mean, Ayden, this is our first time actually speaking to each other on
Yeah.
as on this. So I mean, it's good for all of us to interact and see like, oh, okay, this is what your guys' thoughts on this. But it's like a list of favorite stuff. We'll go off with this first. I think it's 8 questions I have. Favorite zoo animal.
Favorite zoo animal. I was unironically gonna say hyena, but it's not a zoo animal.
I think that
we have hyenas at the Denver Zoo.
Yeah, hyenas are pretty cool animals, but I'm not gonna say that because I'm biased to the Houston Hyenas, of course.
right.
Right.
My favorite zoo animal would have to be I like elephants.
Elephants are cool.
We'll go down the line from what I see. So Ayden, you go first, then Jarrod, then Jeremy, then myself, and that's how we'll give our answers.
All right.
Okay. I think my favorite zoo animal. This is gonna sound really like stupid and hilarious, but I think it's the peacocks, dude.
Peacocks.
Like, yeah, the peacocks. Like they just kind of run around. Like they're not in cages, or is it the?
Oh yeah, I
flamingos?
like the peacocks. I
forget.
remember.
Oh, yeah, them,
Yeah, the peacock. Yeah,
they
they're cool.
just walk around
Like,
and do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, you can like feed them. They can like peck at you and like steal food
Yeah, I
out of your
remember
hands. And
going
you can
to
interact with them.
I remember going to a zoo and like this random. I thought like this random bird, just like this was
Escaped?
when I was really younger. This really bird just escaped and was walking around, and then of course it like flashed and whatever. I'm like, oh my god, that's the NBC bird.
Jarrod, your answer of peacock/flamingo is exactly why you're not voted for the Pope.
Flamingo.
Okay, whatever that means.
If you're multicolored, that's cool too.
What about you, Jeremy?
Oh man, mine's a combination of two because it's also a dream of mine. I want
Thunder Cougar Falcon Bird.
Here we go. This guy.
I like giraffes and koala bears because my dream is to
That's
have
adorable.
a koala bear with shorts and a t-shirt and a little mini backpack, and he'll be on my back while I'm riding the giraffe.
That's adorable,
It's a
Jeremy.
crazy
That's a
dream,
nice
but yeah, giraffes and
imagination.
koala bears.
That's awesome. Mine had to be giraffe. I love giraffes, man.
Dude, they're so cool.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's like they're awesome.
They're just
It's
tall as fuck.
awesome. Favorite cereal.
Yeah, they're like brontosaurus.
Favorite cereal? I don't really
That was my
eat a whole
second
lot of
choice,
cereal. I eat waffles though.
Cereal.
Oh, cereal. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Jarrod.
Favorite cereal?
Yeah.
I think it's got to be Reese's. That was always my go-to growing up.
Reese's Puffs.
Jeremy.
I haven't eaten cereal in over 10 years.
What'd you
Could be
go to,
15 years.
What 15 years ago? What Jeremy eat?
But I'll tell you what my favorite cereal is, and that is some Captain Crunch with berries, and there is no other correct answer besides that.
I used to smash honeycombs back in the day. That's probably my favorite cereal, honeycombs.
You know what I think the best cereal like ever made was, but they don't. I haven't seen it made in a long time. Was like waffle crisps or something. I forget what they were called. Yeah, they're like little like waffle bites that kind of
honeycombs.
have like a cinnamon toast. No, it wasn't honeycombs.
Oh yeah,
they were different.
Oh.
They were different. They were kind of like honeycombs, but they were better. They were actually better than honeycombs.
Huh.
Well, if it was better than
I'd have to look
honeycombs,
it up.
why do they not exist anymore?
Very good question, right?
It's a good question. I don't know. It's a good question.
Cookie. What's your go-to cookie?
Chocolate chip. Second close is like not cinnamon, snickerdoodle.
Oh, that's too sweet.
Yeah, Snickerdoodles. Definitely my favorite. Second favorite would be M&M cookies.
Oh my god, I love M&M cookies. Like, they used to be
They're
my
so
most
good.
favorite thing, like, ever.
Yeah, they're awesome, dude. They're like just a really good like chocolate little candy with a sweet
Yeah, fuck
sugary
it.
cookie.
Scratch
I mean, you can't go
Snickerdoodle.
wrong.
M&M cookies has overtaken Snickerdoodle.
Yeah, honestly, me too. You can put Snickerdoodle at number 2. M&M cookies are the best.
All right, Jeremy.
Well, I don't eat cookies.
Oh, I'm Jeremy. I don't eat cookies or cereal or anything that's remotely bad for you. No sugar.
I don't eat stuff with
Jesus
sugar.
Christ.
But
I mean, you have a good reason for it.
I mean,
You told me.
I don't
the
eat
biggest
anything.
reason I don't eat cookies is because if I buy a box of cookies, I will eat it within the first 10. I'll eat the entire box in the first
I
10
remember you
minutes.
telling
Like,
me
I'm
about
not kidding you.
Pop-Tarts.
It's true.
Yeah, same with Pop. That's the reason Pop-Tarts are my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah,
but
then he eats all my Pop-Tarts too.
yeah,
So it's
understandable.
understandable.
But my favorite cookie is Oreos. Like I could kill a whole box of Oreos in 10 minutes. I'm not even playing.
I'm just a classic guy. I freaking smash chocolate chip cookies. It doesn't matter what kind, Chips Ahoy, baked, anything like that. I will smash chocolate chip cookies.
I like the soft
Hell yeah. You
chocolate
can't
chip
go
Chips
wrong with
Ahoy.
chocolate chip.
All right.
I hate soft baked cookies. I love when they just crumble in your mouth.
I agree.
Yeah, a hard like crumbly chocolate chip dipped in milk is like
Oh, that's the best.
I love a
getting
mouthful of something, of
I
chocolate.
am too.
Right. Mouthful of something. Chocolate.
I'll give you a mouthful.
All right. So if
Yeah.
you were to get up from your spot right now and go like in your house, grab food, what would it be right now? Like that's
Well, I
easy
already
and
have-
accessible. Just grab it. And you can eat it.
We ain't got shit in this house but beer, so we ain't getting food.
Yeah, it would be my first thought would be brown sugar Pop Tart, but then I realized we ate them all, so then I would just grab a beer.
I already have food in my room, so it's like I just grab like one of the things I got today.
Okay, what's it? You get up right now. What are you grabbing?
Twix.
All right.
Twix? Twix
Well,
like
I-
candy bar Twix?
Homie, that ain't food.
Yeah, I don't think that qualifies as food.
I mean, for some people it might.
All right, I won't argue with you on
Like a go-to food snack. It doesn't matter. What about
Yeah.
you, Jeremy? Even though you don't have food in your house.
Let's say if
He doesn't
I
eat
just
anything.
got back from the grocery store, all right,
He
and
really
I'm
does.
I'm fully stocked. I would probably go right now
Some sort of
and
sort
grab
fruit.
some peanut butter crackers.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good one. For me, if it was the same thing, I was fully stocked. Right now, I'd probably go for a ham and cheese.
All right. I would go straight to grab my cookies and cream Pop-Tarts. I freaking love those bad boys.
Ooh, good
Cookies
choice.
That's
and
pretty
cream
good.
Pop-Tart?
Yeah, they're so amazing.
I've never heard of that.
I've never had one. I've heard of them, but I've never
you
tried one.
need
But I freaking love
Wait, is that
Pop-Tarts.
like the Oreo Pop-Tart? Like the black and white?
It's it kind
No,
of
that's
like
the
over.
s'mores.
Nah, that's kind of taken over the Oreo Pop-Tarts. Just now cookies and cream.
Cookies
Okay.
and cream.
Have you guys ever like put a Pop-Tart in the freezer and ate it cold?
Dude, I did that for the first time like a month ago. It's actually so dope.
Yeah, I know it's pretty
Is it
good.
really?
I did it like a week ago.
I've never done that.
Yeah, so I read about that and I'm like, who the fuck does that? And then I tried it and I'm like, oh my god, it's pretty good. But Kramer, besides
This is
that,
pretty brilliant.
do you eat them plain or do you toast them? Like, what do you prefer?
Well, I mean that's my go-to breakfast in the morning. So I just grab it out of the box and go. So it's like plain. But I usually put it in the microwave for about 18 seconds and it's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, when I do have Pop Tarts, I'll eat one like plain, and then I'll eat one toasted like right afterwards.
It's like I don't like
Yeah,
the toasted part
Sam.
of it.
If I'm
I
not
don't know
being
why.
lazy, I'll toast it, put a little butter.
Alright, here's a hot take about Pop Tarts. I
Uh-oh.
just eat them plain out of the box.
Yeah, that's what I pretty much do all the time.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I
the
rotate between them.
I mean, I know its purpose is like, oh, you gotta put it in like the toaster or whatever, or like freeze them up, and it's like, who cares?
I
I
honestly
just-
don't think that many people do that though. I think they're
really.
more like meant to just like grab and
I
Yeah,
feel
meant to like just grab it and like eating it like regular.
You have
Yeah.
options of if you want to freeze it, if you want to toast it, if you want to
yeah,
microwave it.
yeah. Like if you have time. For me, like I never have time because I'm like just not a morning person. So I just grab a Pop Tart and a banana and just take it to work.
All right, if you're gonna turn on your TV right now, turn on a TV show. What would it be? A TV show, not a sports thing. A TV show.
TV show. Well, I don't really know a whole lot of good TV shows, but like the TV is always tuned on to like True TV or whatever because my dad watches it a lot. So I mean,
Practical
whatever's on True
Jokers.
TV. Yeah, fuck yeah, that show. Just rename that show.
I,
Just rename that channel to Impractical Jokers or the Carbonara Effect.
For real.
Okay,
Just
okay,
those
hold
two
on,
shows.
guys. Hold on, guys. Jeremy's answer is about to be great, okay? On top of
All right,
not
here we
eating
go.
cookies or not eating cereal,
I don't watch
he
TV.
doesn't watch TV.
I don't watch TV, bro.
This motherfucker, dude. I am out of here. I need a new roommate. Kramer, Ayden, move in. Let's get cable TV. Let's get jump.
Oh, I wouldn't say anything about cable. Let's get some streaming stuff. That's cheaper.
Okay, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
man, whatever.
but, I mean, I haven't watched television in like 8. I mean, it's been since I was like living
Well,
with
when
my
I say
parents.
that- well,
dude,
okay.
But you watch Netflix, so
I say, yeah,
that
Netflix.
would
What's your go-to Netflix show then? God damn it.
I mean, I just finished the entire series of The Office for the second time. Love that. Right now, I'm watching The Hateful
Yeah,
Eight
just watch it a
extended
third
version.
time.
I couldn't get into The Office.
I mean,
Nah.
it's something like fine to like turn it on to the background, I guess, and do whatever.
Jerry, what's
Something
your go-to?
fine to turn on in the background, you guessed. The Office is amazing, dude.
I mean, I know
The
I've
Office is
watched
like
The
what
Office.
Seinfeld was in the 90s.
The Office
Like,
is
it
like
is
a good
television
show.
gold.
But like when you like
Yeah.
watch it so many times, it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you turn it on and then it's like just background noise.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. That's my go-to fall asleep show because I've seen them all so many
What
times.
is yours,
But
Kramer?
if I was just to turn on something random to watch it, it would probably be The Office, or just something random on Netflix.
Mine's either Always Sunny or SpongeBob. That's,
Ooh,
that's-
Always Sunny is a
That's
good one.
I don't know. I still watch SpongeBob. I don't give a shit.
I mean, that's
I'm
cool.
playing
SpongeBob is
through
I mean,
it.
I
the most
don't-
annoying show. in
Oh,
the history
okay,
of
yeah,
life.
Jeremy. I'm like I like my
Do you
release
hate
now.
Jeremy now, Kramer? I like SpongeBob. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I would.
Yeah, I
hate
haven't
on
watched it in
because
a
I
long
probably
time
wouldn't
either.
even
My grandpa has always criticized the show, though.
All right,
Bro,
favorite sports movie.
you have to smoke meth to be into like fucking.
Dude, no, no.
Fucking-
If we got high as hell and put on SpongeBob, you would laugh and you would enjoy
Yeah,
it.
especially put on the first 2 seasons, and that's all you need to watch is the only first 2
Dude,
seasons.
yes.
It'd be
Seriously.
the worst high of my life.
Those guys were stoned when they made that show, so
Yeah, for
of
real.
course,
I was
like it's
gonna
better
go
when
into
you're stoned.
class, but then I got high.
All right, sports movie.
2 minutes left.
Sports movie.
Remember the Titans.
That's a good one.
Mine's Major League.
I don't want them to gain.
Another year.
You bitch! Oh,
You're just
Yeah,
worried
like-
about your defense, Coach Boo.
Yeah, I like Major League too. That's probably my favorite sports movie.
I'd have to say, I mean, like, Remember the Titans is just the best.
It's
That's
classic.
like the super obvious one.
Yeah, that's
It's
a classic.
But other than that, I'd say The Sandlot. Like, I still love that movie. I could watch.
yeah, if I'm not picking Remember the Titans, I'm picking Happy Gilmore, and that is a sports movie.
That's a good one, actually.
I'm surprised
That's a
you
good
didn't say
one. That counts.
Talladega Nights.
I actually
I'm on
don't
fire.
really like that
Ah.
movie.
Really. All right, last one. For
What about
all these.
What about Dodgeball? Dodgeball.
Dodgeball, yeah.
That's a
fuck
good
yeah.
one.
Is that the one with I can't think. All I remember is like the ending
Ben
where like
Stone,
the
Ben
guy they
Stone.
defeat is like really fat. Is that the one?
I don't think that's the one.
No, they defeat Global Jim, and it's
Global
Ben
Jim.
Stiller. He's
Purple
a
Cobras.
super stuck-up prick with perfect.
No, is Dodgeball the one with Ben Stiller in it or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the ending. I remember.
Can't remember the fact.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I guess
He gets really fat and upset.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, at the very end of the movie. Yeah. You're
All right, sports athlete.
My favorite sports athlete?
Yeah.
Brett Favre! Just kidding.
What the hell did
like
you
of
say?
all time or currently?
Yeah, no, like right now. Who's your favorite sports athlete to watch?
Aaron Rodgers!
That's an easy one for me. Nikola Jokic.
Jokic.
Exactly.
Fair point. Fair point.
McKinnon is a close second, though, dude. He is so fun to watch.
Aaron Rodgers is the greatest athlete this planet's ever seen.
He's up there
He's
for
about,
sure.
he's about to retire.
Yeah.
I do like
2005
watching
draft
Russell
class
Westbrook
is
play
just on the
basketball,
verge
though.
of dying.
Yeah. he used to be my favorite athlete to watch until
You
the
got,
Nuggets became good and drafted
You
Jarrod.
got Eli Manning. What? No, he's playing this week, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monday night.
You got Eli. You got Roethlisberger, and you got Aaron Rodgers.
Wait,
Rodgers.
what?
That 2005 draft class.
Oh, right. And Philip Rivers.
Yeah, Rivers is in that draft
Yeah.
class too.
Yeah, Philip Rivers.
Wait,
Philip
Aaron
Rivers.
Rodgers was in the same draft class as Big Ben and Eli?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Wait, no.
Really?
Yeah, are you positive about that?
I don't think so.
I think he came in later after that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he
yeah.
came in,
It
like,
was later,
he
I
came in
remember.
after that, maybe a year after, maybe 2 years after.
Yeah.
2000. No, it was 2005.
Really?
Yep.
Those guys
Oh,
were,
yeah.
were in the draft before then, the 04 draft. I don't
Because
think he came
Rodgers
in with those guys,
thought
dude.
he was going to be
They're all
drafted
like 4
by.
years old.
He thought he was going to be drafted by San Francisco.
Here's the.
Yeah,
where
no.
is where's
The
Rodgers?
first round had Alex Smith and Aaron Rodgers in that draft, and they were like the top prospects, the top QB prospects of their own draft. So
Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers
Ben
thought
and
he
Philip
was
had
gonna be
before.
the perfect choice because like he was from UCLA and he had frequently talked with San Francisco.
Yeah,
listen to this.
that's a sad story.
Listen to
but
this, you got-
not sadder than the Brady 6.
You know who's really like I watched him live for the first time just recently and realized like he's probably the most fun athlete to watch in football right now is Lamar Jackson.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
Lamar
dude is
Jackson's a giant
insane.
cheater. You can't fool people in
Dude,
football.
he's a
God.
human. You know who he reminds me of? Did you guys ever play Madden 04? Like, you
Oh,
remember how
Michael Vick.
OP Mike Vick was in that game?
Oh my gosh.
Like,
my
dude, Lamar
God.
Jackson is Madden 04 Mike Vick. Like, it is just absurd the things that he does.
Mike Vick, I'm gonna hand you my throne, Lamar Jackson.
But my favorite athlete, if we want to get to that topic right now, is Mike Trout. I freaking love that guy.
Bro, did you know?
Baseball
Mike
players
Trout.
and athletes.
I honestly
fucked
like.
up.
I love circle jerking Mike Trout just because.
Jeez. I'd put the parental control advisor on this one.
No, just on Reddit or whatever. I'm on this
I'm
subreddit,
banned off MLB
like-
Reddit.
baseball circle jerk or whatever, and like the whole point is like to circle jerk about baseball things, and Mike Trout has to be like the biggest one. Like,
Oh, he's the greatest baseball player
Ever.
of all time.
did you Mike Trout, Michael Nelson Trout?
Philly boy.
That's it. Fishman. He's better than Tim Salmon.
Alrighty, guys. Do you guys have Disney?
Oh, I
Plus?
haven't even said
yeah.
my favorite athlete yet.
Yeah, well, who is it then?
It's Deshaun Watson, obviously.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
What's wrong with
surprised it's not
Deshaun?
James.
I'm
I'm
glad you-
surprised it's not James Harden. Aiden. Actually, no, I'm not, because he's so freaking boring and annoying.
Deshaun Watson's actually like a good person, and he's actually a really good quarterback.
Alright, do you guys have Disney
Good
Plus?
point.
I don't, but I watched. I
Sadly,
was
no.
on Disney Plus over in Colorado, and I honestly like. The one thing I hate about Disney Plus is how like they have all these like titles in there or whatever, like their movies, and then like they trick you into clicking it, and then it's like, oh, this title isn't available until next year.
I've not ran across that yet.
Oh, I've ran across it like Frankenweenie or whatever, and it had like the animated one by Tim Burton. Well, both of them were made by like Tim Burton or whatever. The animated one made in this decade, and like the black and white one made like decades ago. That was like 26 minutes long, and then the new one was like an hour long or whatever. And I haven't watched Frankenweenie in like a long time, and like
That's
I
an old
think-
show.
yeah. And I liked that movie. I liked watching it. And so, like, you know what? I'm going to turn on Frankenweenie and watch it. But then I press to watch it or whatever. And then it says, oh, you can't watch this because it's not on Disney Plus yet. And I'm like,
bullshit, Disney
really? It's bullshit. Yeah. And so I had to watch the original one in which, like, it was like, I wouldn't say it's boring, but it's, like, not intense.
See, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, So the Mandalorian has grabbed my attention. Like,
I mean, I haven't watched
you guys,
like.
I recommend if you can find a way without doing Disney Plus, just get the
What is it,
The
Kramer?
Mandalorian. If you're a Star Wars man,
Oh, dude, yeah,
It's
I was
like,
gonna ask you about that when you
Boba Fett or
mentioned
whatever.
Disney Plus. That is the
Is
only reason I'd get Disney Plus because I really want to watch that show.
So
It's
good.
really
Is
good.
Is that Boba
Oh, I
Fett, or
wanna
is that
see
like
it
a
so bad.
different?
No, he's like
guy.
a different bounty hunter. They're
Yeah.
like, are they called Mandalorians?
Yeah, they're called Mandalorians, but Boba Fett
Okay.
was a I'm pretty sure was Boba Fett a Mandalorian? No, he was a no, because
All I know is that
Boba Fett is the most overrated Star Wars character of all time.
Boba Fett is a product of some type of person from like the land that the Mandalorians are from, and a clone trooper.
yeah, the Clone Wars or whatever, the clone.
Yeah, because
Wars.
because Boba Fett's not a clone. His dad was.
Yeah,
Okay.
I only remember that the
Jango Fett
like whatever, because they're all clones and clones or whatever.
Yeah, I think I have.
I'm jealous, Kramer. I really want to watch that show. I think me and Jeremy are gonna start a show soon called The Boys.
It sounds like a
guess.
fun show,
You guys heard of that?
show.
The Boys?
But like, I think most of the hype is like around a thing that's not even like the same species as Yoda or whatever, but like tiny.
Okay, so I'm seeing this Baby Yoda meme everywhere. Is
Yeah.
that from
Yeah.
the Mandalorian?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
figured.
freaking love it, man. I love it.
I think it was just
Dude, I
set
wa- I
up to
wanna see
create
it. I
more
really wanna see it
merchandise.
badly.
Oh, it's a money grab.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure,
obviously a money
yeah.
grab.
Yeah, I mean it's already gone viral. Like everybody loves Baby
And now they're
Yoda.
creating
The meme
plushies
goes
for
with,
it,
like,
which
anything, too.
you know,
I'm
it's just a money
I'm
grab.
getting a Yoda plushie to have on my couch here. I have a freaking dude. I know, like that's the thing. I have a
Nice.
Captain America plush
Nice.
guy. I got two of these emoji icon pillows on my in my front room. So I mean, it's what me and Aaliyah do.
That's dope. That's dope. I will say, real fast, randomly, while we're on Star Wars, I got the new Star Wars game.
It's so good. Is it?
It's so good. Yeah, dude,
I need
it's
it.
so good. Like the gameplay is so smooth. The story is fantastic. The characters and the acting is good. I love it. I haven't gotten too far, but I plan on getting back into it here soon. I recommend it. For
Yeah.
sure.
Let me guess, Jeremy. You don't like Star Wars.
I wouldn't even be surprised.
Star Wars is incredibly overrated.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
I'm
I
feeling
don't
my-
watch
guys see
I'm
what-
feeling
you
my
guys see
paper
what I
right
live
now.
with? You see this shit I have to
But I
deal
love
with?
sci-fi
He
and
hates
space.
everything that we all universally love, dude. You would think he was a.
So speaking on TVs, like TV shows or whatever, over like a few days, I don't know what the fuck this show is. It's like some new pilot or whatever. It's called I don't get the full grasp of it. I don't know if you guys get it either. It's fucking Has Been Hotel. I don't know. It seems I've heard things
Has
about
Been
it. Like
Never
mean-
heard of it.
no, it's supposed to be a TV show. It's like there's an episode on YouTube or whatever. I mean, I haven't watched it. All I know is that I've seen like a few like mentions of it around like Reddit or whatever, and then I saw like some Discord user had like this weird like picture of it as his profile picture, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Why that looks stupid? And then he's like, oh, it's from the show, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then like I go on the wiki, and it's like, so the concept is that some fucking demon lady makes a hotel for like humans that are now demons, and they try to rehabilitate them to like go to heaven or something. I mean, I guess the concept sounds good, but like I've heard that it has like that edgy, dark, at night, Adult Swim humor full of like edgy shit. Like, I mean, it takes place in hell, so of course it's gonna have like
Oh,
edgy
yeah,
humor.
Of course. I need to check this out. I just want to see if it's decent.
I mean, people are saying that it's decent, so I mean, I might check it out like one of these days. But it's like, do I really want to check it out? And it's like, I mean, it looks decent, I guess. People are saying that the animation is good, and like,
So it's animated. Shit.
Yeah, it's an animated cartoon or whatever.
I'll check that out.
Yeah.
You guys watch American Horror Story?
I mean, I've heard about it, but like I've seen like a few clips about it, and then like I haven't really like I don't really get that show. Like all I know is that it has horror story in it, and I'm like, oh, it's a horror show.
Yeah, this girl I hang out with, she loves it.
I've never seen it.
Gosh,
I've seen a few random episodes, but like I wasn't like following along, so I was kind of lost. And I mean, I thought it was pretty good. It's something I could see myself getting.
the only season I've watched was the latest one, like the 1984 it was, because it had like that thriller type stuff, like with adding like Jason, Halloween stuff. It's pretty. I enjoyed it, and there's a character on there that like for some reason, Jeremy, I always thought of you when I saw this character, and I don't know why. It's just like I feel like that's Jeremy. It was like one of the, it was like one of the guys. It was like one of the main characters that was like a killer.
I'll have to ask this girl if she thinks the same thing.
It's like, hold on, I'll put it in our group message right now. But yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about?
Oh, I was on Reddit when I saw it, and like, there's like some random photo, and it had Paul Rudd in like that new Ghostbusters movie.
There's a new Ghostbusters movie coming out?
Yeah, and it's what I read about it online is that it's doesn't have like the 2016 version of it or whatever, but it has Paul fucking Rudd. It has Paul Rudd in it.
Oh, yeah.
Copy that.
I can't like show you the poster of it because it's not the Discord thing's not working for me. But like it's this random like if I can describe it to you, I can. Like there's just like the Ghostbusters car or whatever, and like a random fucking field full of like grain, and then like there's like this random fucking green cloud of like almost like a hole in like the corner, and it's like 2020 on like the bottom or whatever there, and I'm like, but it has Paul Rudd in it for some reason.
So it has to be at least something good, because if he's in that, then
Paul Rudd is a beast.
freaking I love
Paul
that.
Seriously, anything with Paul Rudd is at least watchable, if not really good.
Yeah,
Look at us. Who expected this?
not me.
We agreed on something. Call out
Seriously.
section now.
All right, call out section. Who you guys want to call out? This is the section where it can be nice, but I don't like it. It can be nasty, which is the best part. But I mean, anybody want to call out? Go for it. Jeremy.
Fuck you, Osuna.
Okay, all right. It has to be in the SFL.
Oh, fuck.
Has to be in the SFL. That's the guidelines right there. It has to be in the SFL. Jeremy, since you won
Yeah,
this,
I'll start.
yes, there we go.
I'm calling out league staff. Okay? Y'all know who you are. Okay? Yeah. I'm calling you guys out because, one, you ignored my request for a special teams player of the year. Okay? And two, y'all never consider Jarrod as an MVP candidate when clearly he has more of an impact on his team than the rest of the players in the SFL combined. Yeah, I said it. I stand by it.
Preach.
Hallelujah.
Oh, I love you, Jeremy. I think that includes my call out. Jeremy just did the call out for both of us. So.
He's actually made it 3 because
he's speaking out of my
I'm
behalf,
really
speaking
tired of this. How we get overlooked with players that have done amazing, such as Jarrod, such as Logan Keel, such as Mike Salchuk, such as Josh Vasquez. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised.
Whole lot of
Right.
players.
I'm surprised Justin
Right.
Jones is actually even selected. To be honest, I really am. It's just like it doesn't.
Justin- It's
Well, it's
Justin
because
Jones,
he was
like,
leaving. He was no
mediocre?
longer a Nightwing, so like there wasn't any like anti-Denver bias.
Yeah, no, it was perfect. I enjoyed that he was part of it, but it's like, man, we have a lot more
Same,
better players
yeah.
on this team that
Yeah.
could have been on there.
Yeah, 3 people
Yeah.
calling out league staff. They're never going to hear this, but we called you
I
guys
know
out.
the only person's gonna listen
We
to this is
called
Cam.
you guys out.
Oh,
Cam
Cam.
Woodard.
Cam.
Oh, by the way, that was
Cam,
that was okay.
Cam,
One thing
Cam.
before Ayden, you go. That was hilarious. 'Cause I literally just messaged Jeremy and said, "Hey, can I leave some of these group messages so I can clear up some space?" And Jeremy's like, yeah, "Oh yeah." Then that crashed, I guess, their Pro Bowl side when they were trying to do their picks and whatnot. I was laughing my ass off at work.
Wow, that's pretty funny.
I for some reason can't figure out or find this guy's name.
Can I do a non-SFL call out?
If you want,
It'll be quick.
yeah, go for
For
it.
some like crazy divine reason, if the universe allows, and Nikola Jokic hears this podcast, I'm calling his ass out for not being aggressive, for not taking over, for not embracing the best team, superstar, franchise, cornerstone label of the team, deferring to Jamal Murray all the time. He needs to get his shit together, get aggressive, get the offense running through him again, or else they'll never have a chance to win the championship.
Yeah, you almost fell to like San Antonio last year, right?
Hey, man.
7 games.
Hey, man. Yeah, almost, but we came back and we beat them and advanced. And
Yeah,
we should
but
have
you
beat
lost
Portland, but
to,
they got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Denver is better than them. They seriously got lucky.
Yeah, and like
what-
literally the two teams that were in the Western
If it wasn't for
Conference
CJ
Finals.
McCollum going completely like nuclear, like I've never seen him play like that in that Game 7, like they wouldn't have won that series. But
Dame
you gotta credit them.
What's your SFL call out, Ayden?
Well, for starters, I guess I would like to call out all my I guess for like a legit I guess I'd like to call out the Houston Hyenas. I've stated this several times to them, but I'll miss them. I'm gonna say that I miss them. I miss
What
them.
the hell is this, dude? It can't be a nice call out on your first podcast. It
No,
has to
no,
be
no, no,
something
no.
like, okay, all right.
It's my old team, and I mean, honestly, I still miss them. Well, I'm gonna miss them because they gave me an opportunity to be in the SFL, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be probably in Denver right now. I probably wouldn't be in this chat. If it wasn't for them, I probably
We respect that.
yeah, and I
Yeah, no
respect
doubt.
all my teammates.
like it.
I'm gonna miss them. And now for an actual shout out, I'd like to shout out to Florida's quarterback now, the Florida Storm's quarterback. Thank you for that neat interception, so that we could be sent to the playoffs. I appreciate it, bro. I
Nice.
helped
I
defeat
like it.
Alaska.
That's good. I like that. That's
Honestly, that was a pretty damn impressive run that you guys snuck in like that and got hot. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, we just defeated.
Kudos to the whole Houston Oregon.
I thought it was we're the best 5-7 team ever.
Hey Jeremy, I put
Yeah.
that picture.
No doubt.
I
I
put
would
that
agree with
picture of
that.
that one killer in the American Horror Story in our group message right now. I don't know why, but when I see this person, I think
Okay,
of you.
let's see. Wait, dude, have you guys, speaking of people or characters that look like Jeremy, Ayden, you haven't seen it, but Kramer, do you remember us posting Jeremy's 2K
Yes.
19 player in the chat?
Yes.
Dude, that wasn't even used with a face scan or a webcam. He created that guy, and it
That's
looks
perfect.
exactly like him. That just shows how much Jeremy loves himself. Okay, he remembered every single feature on his face and built his player perfectly to look just like him. It's kind of creepy,
with his
but
mouth
also
wide
amazing.
open.
Yeah, he was kind of drooling or waiting for something to get shoved in there. I'm not sure what.
No, but this
I
guy.
actually I made that guy in we do that shit in 10 minutes too.
Yeah, which is even more crazy when you think of.
That's perfect.
That's whack.
All right, guys. Another successful podcast on the Kramer Jackman Show. Hope you-
Yeah, this was a
Heck
long
yeah.
one.
Hey, that's good. I mean, that's okay. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm not complaining.
It's
It was fun.
rare to get these done, but I mean, we're gonna get a lot more
That's
done
true.
here soon. Hopefully, if I can get off my lazy
Obviously.
ass. All right, but
Yeah, Kramer.
yeah. Put it on me,
Yeah.
Jerry. Put it on me.
We should try to get more players on the podcast.
Yeah, but we try that always, and yeah, the response we get is what we usually get.
Our guys are a bunch of busters. Okay, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I love them, but they're a bunch of bussers. No, Josh is usually down. He usually
yeah.
hops on. Avery used to
He's
hop
getting
on.
getting white
BJ's been on a few times.
Yeah.
Josh Miller too. But we definitely need to get back to trying to get more members of the squad on.
Hell yeah. So that will do it for this edition of the Kramer Jackman Show. When in doubt, yo get it out.